Good afternoon, student. Welcome to the course Cryptography. The science of encrypting a information is called cryptography. What is cryptanalysis? The science of breaking an encrypted message or deciphering an encrypted message without using key. Cryptology, the study of cryptography and cryptanalysis combinedly is called cryptology. Few terms that we will use in cryptography. What is Alice? Alice here is the sender who will send the confidential information. Bob. Bob is the receiver who will receive the confidential information. Eve. Eve is the attacker who will try to have the confidential information illegally, or he is the unauthorized person to have that information. What is encryption? To prevent Eve from intercepting message, means to encode the information in such a way that Eve is unable to have that message or to know the actual information. Authentication, prevent it from impersonating Alice. Symmetric or secret key cryptography. In this method of cryptography, we use only one key, which is shared by both Alice and Bob, and that key is kept secret and only known by Alice and Bob. Encryption. Plain text is encrypted and decrypted with using the key KAD, which is referred here as secret key. Authentication. Alice proves to Bob that she knows KAB, means the secret key. What is public key encryption? In this system of cryptography or encrypting a message, there are two keys. For example, Bob generates two keys. It can be generated by Bob, it can be generated by Alice. Public key encryption is a part of asymmetric encryption. Bob publishes the public key KEB. Alice encrypts the ciphertext C with the help of that public key. Bob decrypts with the help of that secret key or the private key of Bob. It is not possible to compute secret key from or private key from the public key. Again I am repeating, Bob generates two keys. First one is public, second is private. Second, Alice encrypt with using that public key. Bob decrypt by using private key. It is impossible to compute the private key from public key. Another type of asymmetric cryptography is digital signature. Alice generates two keys. In previous case, we were seeing that Bob was generating the two keys. In this case, Alice is generating two keys. Alice publishes the public key KEA. Alice signs or Alice encrypt the plain text or the information with using the private key KDA. Then Alice send the sorry for this interruption again. Alice sends this ciphertext S to Bob and also the key KEA. Here is a printing mistake, it will not be P, it will be KEA. Bob verifies that with the help of that public key and this encrypted message or the ciphertext, which is S, and he decrypt with the help of that public message from that ciphertext equals to P. Now combining public key encryption and authentication. Alice encrypt with Bob's public key. K E C equals to C is the ciphertext here. E equals to encryption. KEV public key and P is the plain text. Alice signs with her secret key. S equals to D. D is the decryption. S equals to the ciphertext. S is the S is the signed information, which is Alice is signing that with K with his private key. Alice sent S and the ciphertext C to the Bob. Bob verifies that with the public key, and Bob decrypts that with P equals to Bob decrypt the plain text with the help of that private key. Next is cryptographic attack. Ciphertext only attack. Attacker knows the ciphertext only. Known plain text attack. Attacker has a plain text and corresponding ciphertext. Chosen plain text attack. Attackers can encrypt message of his own choosing, or he chooses some message as a plain text and find the ciphertext corresponding to that plain text, and with that ciphertext plain text pair he tries to find out the key. Distinguishing attack. An attacker can distinguish your cipher from an ideal cipher. It is also known as random permutation. A cipher must be secure against all these attacks. What is Kirchhoff principle? Kirchhoff principle is regarded as one of the most important principles in cryptography. The security of an encryption system must only depend on the key, not on the secrecy of the algorithm. It means that algorithm, for example, we are using any algorithm A. That algorithm is known to everyone. That is known to the attacker also, that will known to the sender also, that will be known to the receiver also. Everyone in this security field will know that algorithm. But the security of that encrypted message will only rely on the key which we are using, not on the secrecy, not on the privatizations of that algorithm A. Nearly all proprietary encryption systems have been broken. Enigma, DCCS, DECSS, Zipcrack. Secure systems are published algorithm. PGP, OpenSSL, TrueCrypt. What is probable security? There is no such thing as probable secure system. Proof of unbreakable encryption does not prove the system is secure. Only provable encryption is one-time pair. C equals to P plus K, where K is as long as P and never reused. Systems are believed secured only when many people try and fails to break them. Few cryptographic algorithms: block cipher, hashes, MAC or keyed hashes, Diffie-Hellman key exchange, RSA algorithm, EI-Gamble digital algorithm. We will be discussing all these algorithms in later part of this course. Block cipher. It is a part of symmetric cryptography. Few algorithms which is based on block cipher are AES, DES, 3AES, 2FISH, Boldfish, Serpent, RC4, IDEA, etc. What happens? Let it be plain text with P, which is been encrypted. For example, here the plain text is divided into blocks, and this encryption of that with the key is as long as of the block. Means the size of the each block is equals to the size of the key. Then that plain text is encrypted with that key and transferred into ciphertext. Then the ciphertext is decrypted and we get back the plain text P. Encryption mode. One is ECB, electronic code book. Next is CBC, cipher block chaining. Next is output feedback. And the fourth one is counter. We will be discussing all these modes one by one. First is ECB mode. Here CI be the ciphertext of ith index. and pi be the plain text of ith index, k be the key, and e be the encryption function. Insecure, as ciphertext block may repeat. Means with using this system we cannot hide the pattern which is present in the plain text. What happens? Let's P1 be the first block which has been encrypted with the key and been changed into ciphertext. Then P2 again encrypted with key and changed to C2. Like this it encrypted. So this E is here the electronic code book which is used for encrypting the plain text block to the ciphertext block. Next, CBC. Here CI refers to same. What happens in this mode? In this mode, CI at first, CI let be the CI be the ciphertext of ith index, PI be the plain text of ith index, CI minus 1 be the ciphertext of I minus 1th index of the previous block cipher. E be the encryption, K be the key. C0 be the first ciphertext block or the 0th ciphertext block. As P0 is null, so we choose C0 as a random number which is known as non. It is most popular mode we used in symmetric cryptography. What happens in this mode? Every plain text is at first XOR with previous ciphertext, means Pi is XOR with Ci minus 1, then it is encrypted and transformed into Ci. What is the advantage of CBC mode over ECB mode? In this mode, as we are XORing the previous ciphertext with the plain text, so the pattern in the plain text is getting hidden. Next is OFB mode. Here in previous case we were using C0, C1, C2 for XORing with the plain text P, but here we will be using K0, K1 means keys to XOR. What happens? At first let K0, we use a random number for K0 and after that we use the keys. Then what we do? We find Ki by encrypting the key with Ki minus 1, means K is encrypted with Ki minus 1 or the previous previous key block. Then we XOR the plain text with Ki and we get the ciphertext. It is not tamper resistant. What is counter mode? In this mode we use Ki as encryption of K, nons and I. Encryption of K and non is ORed with I. Ci is Pi is XORed with Ki and we get the ciphertext. It is also not tamper resistance. Ciphertext components or block cipher component. What are the block cipher components? S-box, invertible lookup table, depends on key. P-box, reorder bits, may depends on key. Key schedule, function of key or a bit selection or simple hash. Now we will be discussing DS. What is DS? It is a 64-bit block. The data is of 64 bit, key is of 56 bit. There are 16 rounds on Freestal network. What is Freestal network? Freestal network is we are dividing a, for example, see here, we have the message of 64 bit. We are dividing it to two parts. One is 32 bits, another one is right part is 32 bit. Then what we will do? We will use the right part and expand it. Then we will XOR it with the key, 48-bit key. Then we will pass it to the bit box of 32 and we will shuffle the bit and we will XOR it with L part. Then we will change this left to right and right part to the left. and we will do this for 16 times. It is designed by NSA and IBM in 1976. Considered obsolete due to small key and block size. Its higher version is 3DS, whose key size is increased to 112 bits. In that case, we have 3 key, K1, K2, K3. In some cases, K1 can be equals to K3, but it is not been suggested to use all K1, K2, K3 same, because if we use K1, K2, K3 same, then K1, if we encrypt a message P with K1, then it will again be decrypted with K1, then it will, that plain text will become the, then the ciphertext will again become the plain text, and plain text will become the ciphertext, which will be equivalent to ciphering that plain text once. So it is advisable not to use K1 equals to K2 equals to K3. K2 must be always be different from K1 and K3. You can use K1 and K3 same, or you can also use different. What is AES? It is came to replace DS, selected by the competition by NIST in 2001, reviewed by NSA and approved for classified data in 2003. It uses 128-bit block size. It uses key of 128-bit, 192-bit or 256-bit. It uses 10, 12 or 14 round of substitution permutation network. You can go through this link to have more on this. And for DS, you can go through this link. What is AES? At first, 128-bit input is taken, then it is XORed with, for example, we are using the key size here as 128. XORed with 128-bit key, round key, then we pass it with a 8x8 S box. Then we applied the shift row on it. Then we mix. This shift row is here the substitution, and the mix column is here as a permutation, and we mix the columns and we get our ciphertext. What is stream cipher? Stream cipher is almost same as block cipher, but here key is XORed with P1, and here a pseudo random number generator key is passed with a pseudo random number generator. RC4 is a stream cipher algorithm. Its key schedules from 1 for I is equals to 0 to 225 is I equals to I, J equals to 0. For I from 0 to 225, J equals to J plus SI plus K I mod key length mod 256, swap SI and SJ. Key stream generation, I equals to 0, J equals to 0. While generating output, I equals to I plus 1 mod 256. J equals to J plus SI mod 256. Swap SI and SJ. Output will be S of SI and SI plus SJ mod 256. Weakness of RC4. Not tamper resistance. What is the solution to overcome this weakness? Use a MAC, message authentication cipher. XOR of cipher with same key yields XOR of plain text. Solution: hash key with nonce. Shamir attack or Mantin attack. Initial key stream is not random. If key is simply concatenated with nonce, then key can be recovered. Used to break WEP encryption used by 802.11b wireless network. What is secure hash function? Message M is passed through a hash function H, and we find n-bit hash. In layman's language, hash function is such a function which changes any random message bit of any size to a fixed size hash code. Okay, again I am repeating, hash function is such a function which transfer message of any size to a fixed size hash. For the calls of hash function, it must be collision resistance, such that it will take to the power n by 2 tries or walk to find any m1 and m2 such that hash of m1 is equals to hash of m2. It must be pre-image resistance, means it will take to the power n tries or to the power n walk to find m. Second, pre-image resistance means given m1, it will take to the power n walks to find m2 such that h of m1 is equals to h of m2. It is third point is almost as same as first point. In first point, m1 and m2 both are being found by the attacker. In second case, attacker is selecting m1 and tries to find m2. What are the hash application? For faster digital signature, Alice signs HP instead of P. Password verification, it is example Unix without storing password. Strong pseudo random number generation, message authentication code. Hash examples: MD2, MD4, MD5, 128 bit. It is broken. You can find this in these two PDFs which has been given. SHA1, which is a 160 bits, SHA 256, 338, 512 bits. You can go through these PDFs. The link is given. Whirlpool, which is of 512 bits. Tiger, 192 bits. Many other proposed hash has been broken. You can go through this link to have a look on those hash functions or hash algorithms. HMAC, message authentication code. HMAC is the HMAC of K and message M is hash function of K XORed with 0 cross 5C 5C, ORed with hash function of K XORed with 0 cross 3C 3C, that is ORed with M. Means I am telling it in reverse way. M is ORed with a K XORed 0 cross 3C 3C, that is hashed, and again it is ORed with K XORed with 0 cross 5C 5C, and these two are ORed, and then that is hashed to find HMAC of K comma M. Here H is, or the hash algorithm we have used is SHA1 or MD5. K is the key, M is the message. It can only be computed if you know K. FIPS publish 198. What is Diffie-Hellman key exchange? Diffie-Hellman allows Alice and Bob to agree over an insecure channel. First of all, Diffie-Hellman key exchange is a asymmetric cryptographic algorithm. It allows Alice and Bob to agree over a key on an insecure channel. Let P be the large prime number. It may be of 2000K to 4000K bits. It's from 2K to 4K bits. Let G be the generator of Z star P. Alice chooses a random number X such that X is in between 1 and P minus 1 and send G of X mod P to Bob. Bob chooses a random number Y which is in between same 1 to P minus 1 and send Y G of Y mod P to Alice. Alice and Bob use K equals to G of XY equals to G of YX equals to GXY. If cannot compute GXY from P, G, GX, GY. Computing X from GX mod P, which is a discrete logarithm problem, is believed to be hard, but that is not proven. Man in the middle attack. For example, what happened? Let Alice encrypt GX. We have explained all the terminologies, what is X, what is G. GX or encrypted the message with K, XW and XW and P, and if intercepted that. Again Bob encrypt with K, VY and P, and it also if intercepted it. Now if send GW to Alice and pretends to be Bob, and sends GV to Bob and pretend to be Alice, and if now knows Alice has the key G of XW and Bob has the key G of YV. Next is RSA public key cryptography. It was originally discovered by GCHQ in 1973 but kept secret. RSA is Rivesh Shamir Adelman, published in 1978, patent in 1983, expired in 2000. Alice chooses two random prime numbers, P and Q, each of 1000 to 2000 bit each. N is the product of those numbers. T be the LCM of P minus 1 and Q minus 1. E and D be the such a number which are two number which is randomly selected such that ED equals to 1 mod T. Usually E is a small odd number. Alice's public key is N, E and private key is PQTD. Bob encrypt C equals to PE mod N and Alice decrypt it with P equals to CD C to the power D mod N. Security of a RSA. Computing P from PE mod N is believed to be hard as it is a discrete logarithm problem. Computing D from E and N is believed to be hard. Requires factoring N to find P. Neither problem has been proved to be hard. Numbers up to 663 bits have been factored. A theoretical attack exists using quantum computer. Shor's algorithm solves both the discrete logarithm and factoring. RSA consideration. Small message or exponent attack. If m to the power e is less than n, m is easy to find. M should be padded with random data. Factoring. If p and q have small factor, then n is easy to find. P is close to q, then n is easy to find. RSA man in the middle attack. What happened in this? Bob sends to if my public key is NB, EB. Alice sent as my public key be NE, EE, pretending to be Bob. What is EI-Gamble signature algorithm? Key generation. P, a large prime number, at least 1000 bits. G, a generator of G star P. X, secret key, 1 less than X less than P minus 1. Y is GX mod P, which is the public key. To sign message, choose random K, 0 less than K less than P minus 1. GCD, K, GCD of K and P minus 1 equals to 1. R equals to GK mod P. S equals to HM minus XR multiplied with K to the power minus 1 mod P minus 1. S is greater than 0. H is the hash function. Signature is RS. To verify 0 less than R less than P, 0 less than S less than P minus 1. G of HM means G to the power hash function of M equals to YR, Y to the power R, R to the power S mod P. Forgery requires finding X discrete log or finding a hash collision. Reusing K allows an attacker to find X. P and G may be reused. What is discrete signature algorithm? Abbott RSA patent defined in FIPS FIPS in 182-2. EI gamma signature is twice size of P. DSA reduced signature to 320 bits. Mod Q less than P. Parameter P equals to 1024 bit prime or to the power 10 bit prime. Q equals to 160 bit prime QZ plus 1 equals to P for some integer Z. H or the hash function we have used here is SHA1. FIPS 182-3 proposes larger primes and hashes. Key generation G equals to the generator in Z star P chooses H which is G equals to H to the power J less than 1 mod P. X is randomly chosen secret key. Y is G to the power X mod P. Public key is P, Q, G, Y. Private key is X. Signing M chooses random secret K which belongs to a open interval 0, Q. R GK mod P mod Q. R greater than 0. S equals to hash function of M plus XR K inverse mod Q where S is greater than 0. Verifying. How to verify DSA? R should be in open interval of 0 and Q. S also should be in the open interval of 0 to Q. U1 is the hash function M multiplied with S inverse mod Q. U2 R multiplied with S inverse mod Q. R equals to G to the power U1 Y to the power U2 mod P mod Q. If this last condition satisfies, then it is a DSA.